Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome back to Tuition Center 786 where we make learning fun and easy for you. Today we are going to start an exciting chapter from your Oxford Progressive English Book 6 titled The Red Letter Day. But before we dive into reading, it's important that we first learn some new and interesting words that will help you understand the story better. Let's look at these words, their meanings, and how we can use them. First up, we have meningitis. This is an illness that affects the brain and spinal cord. Did you know that it's the reason why Ved Mehta, the main character in our story, lost his eyesight? In Urdu, we call it दिमाग और रीढ़ की हड्डी की बीमारी. Next is boarding school, a school where students live and study, meaning they stay there all the time, not just during the day. In Urdu, it's called ऐसा स्कूल जहाँ बच्चे रहते और पढ़ते हैं. The word explosions means a loud, sudden noise like a big bang, similar to the sound of fireworks. In Urdu, we say धमाका या ज़ोरदार आवाज़. Then we have backfiring. This is when a car makes a loud popping noise from its engine. In Urdu, we call it इंजन से आने वाली अचानक पटाखे जैसी आवाज़. Now, can you guess the sound that a horse's hooves make when walking? It's called clip clop. It's the tap tap sound horses make on the road. In Urdu, this sound is described as घोड़े के चलने की टापों की आवाज़. Next is clatter, a loud noise made when two hard objects hit each other. For example, when pots and pans bang together. In Urdu, it's called खड़खड़ाने या टकराने की आवाज़. We also have ponk ponk, the sound a bicycle bell makes when you press it. Fun, right? In Urdu, we say साइकिल की घंटी की आवाज़. Now the British word for truck is lorry. It's a large vehicle used to carry things. In Urdu we call it truck. The seaside is the land next to the sea, a place where people go to enjoy the beach. In Urdu we say समंदर किनारे का इलाका. Then we have addressing, which means speaking to a group of people like a teacher talking to the class. In Urdu we call this खिताब करना या बात करना. The next word is racing track, a place where people run races, usually in a circle. In Urdu this is known as दौड़ने का मैदान या पटड़ी. Knitted means something made from yarn or thread like a sweater. In the story, Ved's Mamaji had knitted him a sock. In Urdu, it's called ऊन से बनाई हुई चीज़. Finally, we have Red Letter Day, a very special day you will always remember because something exciting happened. In Urdu, we say बहुत ख़ास और यादगार दिन. Now that we have gone over the vocabulary, you will be able to understand the story even better when we start reading. So get ready to dive into an amazing story called The Red Letter Day. It's all about a school trip, excitement, and a special day at the beach. Ready to join the fun? Let's get started.
Unit 3, Memories. Ved Mehta was born in Lahore 13 years before partition. He lost his sight at the age of 3 following meningitis and was sent to a boarding school for blind children at the age of 4. Here he describes a school trip with their teacher, Mr. Rasmohun, to experience the sea for the very first time at Juhu Beach. Paragraph 1. One warm day, there was a series of explosions at the front gate. At first I thought someone was setting off firecrackers, but then I realized that what I heard was a motor car engine idling and repeatedly backfiring. We heard such engine sounds all the time, mixed with the clip-clop of horses, the clatter of handcarts, and the clink and ponk-ponk of bicycle bells and car klaxons. But they were always the sounds of passing traffic. No vehicle, it seemed, ever stopped in front of the school. Mr. Rasmohun wants us all at the front gate, Bhaskar cried, running into the boys' dormitory. There's a lorry. We are really going to Juhu Beach. Paragraph 2. We had heard Mr. Rasmohun mention the visit to Juhu Beach as a red-letter day. We had all talked about going to the seaside, without knowing exactly what it was. The lorry had no seats, so we boys sat on the floor. I wanted to run around, but Mr. Rasmohun was addressing us from the front of the lorry. Boys and girls, this is our first annual holiday at Juhu Beach. I want you to stay in your places because the ride is bumpy. At Juhu Beach, I heard a sound I'd never heard before. A gigantic roar alternating with the sound of a huge amount of water rushing out. The sound was very different from the quiet canal in Lahore. I wanted to run towards the sound and touch it, to feel what it was really like. But the sighted master herded us boys into the boys' shack. He gave us each a pair of bathing trunks, and we got into them. Now you can do what you like, the sighted master said. But don't go beyond the rope in the water. I hesitated for a moment, wondering if there were wired lanes and how, amid the roar and the rush, I would hear the sighted master ringing the bell on the other side of the rope. But the partially sighted boys started running towards the roar and the rush, calling back, Abdul, Reuben, Vadi, there is nothing in the way. You can run too. I ran towards the roar and the rush. The air smelled of salt and coconut. There was hot, grainy, dry ground underfoot. It was so hot that I could scarcely bear to put my feet on it, so I had to run fast and couldn't stop to examine it. Suddenly I was in the water, being carried out. It closed over my head. I forgot everything. I felt I'd never been so happy. A jolt opened my mouth. I was rapidly swallowing water that tasted of tears, buckets of them. I was flung back, choking. Again, the water closed over my head. The water retreated. I lay on the water, wondering if the sea could take me all the way to Punjab. Then I came up against the rope, as thick as the one we used for the tug-of-war, and I heard the sighted master calling to me, That's far enough. Come back or you'll drown. Paragraph 5. We spent the day bathing in the water and running around the new ground. I couldn't get over the way it shifted around, almost like the water. We could go into the water as we liked, and when we ran, we just had to keep the sound of the ocean to our left or right, depending on which way we were facing. The school compound and the racing track suddenly shrank in my mind, like a woolen sock. Mamaji had knitted me, which became so small after it was washed that I could scarcely get my hand in it. A red letter day. The term a red letter day goes back to ancient times when an important date was marked in red. A red letter day is one that is special in an exciting, pleasurable way.
Alright, that wraps up reading and vocabulary discussion for Unit 3. I hope you found this session helpful. If you enjoyed this lesson or found it useful, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel Tuition Center 786 for more lessons like this. And if you have any questions or need further explanation on anything we covered, leave a comment below. I love hearing from you and I'm always here to help. Thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.